What Mitchell Robinson is doing this offseason is going to fire you up. Before we dive into that, though, I want you guys to get down in the comment section and show the big fella some love. He does the dirty work. He does the things that nobody else wants to do, and I want to make sure he feels the love. So type those 23s down below. This is New York Knicks Now by Chat Sports. I am Marshall Green. Let's talk about it. Mitchell Robinson working hard in the offseason, and he's got some motivation as well. The Athletic, they recently put out their rankings of the best big men in the NBA, and Mitchell Robinson was absolutely disrespected as he was ranked the 26th best big man. And one, I don't agree with that. Two, I know he doesn't agree with that. And I love how he is using it as fuel in the offseason. Robinson's trainer posted this video on social media. You can see saying, work, 26th best big man in the NBA. Yeah, right. And in the video, you see Mitchell Robinson running sprints up hills, getting into game shape, and you can hear his trainer in the background saying, we take that 26 shit personally. And I absolutely love that. A motivated Mitchell Robinson is a different basketball player. I think we saw a motivated Mitch in the playoffs last year when he was able to go toe-to-toe with Joel Embiid, and another version of a motivated Mitchell Robinson in the playoffs against the Boston Celtics. There was a lot of people, myself included, that didn't believe that a healthy and returning Robinson to last year's team was going to elevate the squad. It absolutely did. He proved me wrong as well as many other people. It's also money time for Mitchell Robinson. He is entering the last year of his current contract. It's a contract year. And as we know in sports, those are two words that a player loves to hear. And it's always just so ironic that a player plays their best basketball right before they are set to get paid. And you know what? I'm hoping that is the case for Mitchell Robinson. This could be a career year for him. He's fully healthy. He's gone through a full off season of just getting his body into shape, and it sounds like he may be thrusted into the starting lineup. And he's surrounded by a bunch of other talented players, and he just has to do what he already does, which is the dirty work. Like, if he is the starting center next to Karl Anthony-Towns, OG Anunoby, Mikal, Bridges, and Jalen Brunson, just do what you do, big fella, and you could take this team to another stratosphere. We saw that when you were in the games against the Boston Celtics in the playoffs. There were stretches against the Indiana Pacers where the Knicks' best five on the floor featured you on the floor. It's never been a question about talent for Mitchell Robinson. It's never been a question about skill. It's really just been about, are you healthy and are you ready to play basketball? Like, the best ability for him is strictly just availability, because when he's available, when he's healthy, and when he's on the floor, he is a major contributor to winning when it comes to rebounding the basketball. He's one of the best in the league, if not the best offensive rebounder in the NBA. He's a really good rim protector as well. We saw in the playoffs he was able to switch on to Jason Tatum in screen settings. Like, we saw how impactful he was this playoffs. Took a little while in that Detroit Pistons series, but that was really his first action of playing meaningful minutes in high intensity and high leverage situations. Once he got his legs under him and the conditioning followed, we saw him go toe-to-toe with Jalen Duren. We saw him be the swing player in the series against the Boston Celtics, guarding Jason Tatum with the game on the line. Like, a healthy Mitchell Robinson is always going to be a problem. He is always going to help a team win more basketball games. And every team could benefit from having a Mitchell Robinson on their team. Like, there's not many 7'1", 7'2" guys that can protect the rim the way he does, dominate the offensive glass the way he does, and show off the defensive versatility as well. Like, when you go back and you watch the highlights from the playoffs and you take a look at the stat sheet, a lot of things just paint the picture that he might have been the Knicks' third best player in the playoffs. In the series against the Boston Celtics, when he was on the floor, the New York Knicks outscored Boston by 46 total points. That is an unreal number to even think about. Like, one, the fact that the Knicks won that series, we're all a little bit shocked, but I'm a little shocked that he was the deciding factor, essentially, in that series. Not as great of a plus-minus versus the Pistons and the Pacers being because the Knicks lost that series, but we saw that five-man lineup of Mitchell Robinson, Karl Anthony-Towns with DeLon Wright, Landry Shamet, and another defender on the floor. That was the Knicks' most successful lineup against the Pacers. Like, if you're trying to get stops, you're trying to slow the game down, and you want to have a defensive presence, Mitchell Robinson needs to be on the floor. And what he did in the playoffs was absolutely historic when it comes to creating extra chance opportunities. Look at this. The most extra chances created during a single postseason. Ben Wallace, first of all time. Second of all time, the 2025 playoff version of Mitchell Robinson. Oh, and he's on this list 2 times for what he did in the 2022 playoffs where he showed the Cleveland Cavaliers and Jared Allen that the lights are too bright for them at Madison Square Garden. I want to dive into that ranking of the top 40 best big men in the NBA. But first, if you go to this link, chatsports.com/NYK sale, this t-shirt, it's on sale. It was $35. Now it is $28. So get your t-shirt today, chatsports.com/NYK sale. All righty, the Athletics big man rankings. It's that time of the calendar year where everybody puts out their rankings, and it is upsetting to some, and it gets a reaction out of other people, and they're doing their job because they got a reaction out of me. No real pushback from me on this top 10. Like, Nikola Jokic being number 1, that's just a fact. He is the best player in the NBA. He's the best center in the NBA. Then you got a guy like Victor Wembanyama. We got to get our ring in before we get into the Victor Wembanyama era in the NBA. Joel Embiid, look, I think he's one of the best in the NBA when healthy. Thing is, he is never healthy. Anthony Davis right there. I would personally switch Karl Anthony-Towns and Bam Adebayo at this point. I think we saw early on in the season when the Knicks played the Miami Heat, Karl Anthony-Towns dropped nearly 50 on the top of Bam's head, and I just would rather have him on my basketball team. I think then there's a tier break after that. Like, I don't think Gobert, Alperen Sengun, Jaren Jackson, Sabonis are in the same tier as Cat and Bam. And I would actually have Cat in the same tier as Embiid, Wembanyama, and Anthony Davis. I think he's earned that after being the second best player on a team that's got to the conference finals 2 years in a row on 2 different teams. But the show's about Mitchell Robinson. And then you get to the next tier of players, and there's some guys on this list that I would absolutely want Mitchell Robinson over. Like, give me Mitchell Robinson over Jakob Poeltl. Give me Mitchell Robinson over Nikola Vucevic. The Bulls have been trying to trade him going on 3 years in a row. And you know why he hasn't been traded? Because nobody else wants him. Yeah. And then you get to the spot where Mitchell Robinson is listed in the second tier in this photo. Nick Claxton, better than Mitchell Robinson? Where? Jalen Duren just got outplayed by Mitchell Robinson. Gogo Batadze, one of my favorite players in the NBA. He's not better than Mitchell Robinson. Jan Hansen hasn't even played in the NBA yet, and he's rated higher than Mitchell Robinson. How on earth does that make sense? Derek Lively is also way too low on this list. The fact that there is one player separating Mitchell Robinson and Kel'el Ware, that's horrible. That's horrible. Also, Onyeka Okongwu, one of the most underrated players in the NBA as well. I think you could say 26, 27, and 29 are all way too low on this list. Just keep using it as motivation, Mitch. We know that you are always online. You're always lurking. You're always seeing what people are saying. Go prove them wrong. Do what you do. Dominate the glass. Be a defensive presence. And do the little things. Improve this team's ceiling by just being who you are. We love you. We appreciate you, Mitch. Go get paid. Have a hell of a year. This time next year, I want to be having the tough conversation of how much money do we have to pay Mitchell Robinson? Because that would mean that you just had your career year, and that's what we're all hoping for. Because if you do, this team could be the one lifting up the Larry O.B. at Madison Square Garden. Make sure you are following me on social media. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram at @MarshallGreen_. Let's go Knicks.